everybody. Give me a second. I seem to be having technical difficulties, but not really. But really. But not. Let me heart video. Not showing. Okay, we're good there. BRB. Ending in game. Sometimes this happens. That's not what I meant to do.
You do it every year, but it never gets old.
Hold on. There you go. So that's fun. So supposedly I don't get to have any of that. Give me just a second. Sorry about that. Now I need to get back in here so I can open my chat again. There's that. Pop out chat. Excellent. Sweet. Alright. So, you might be wondering, hey, hi. Hi. So, if you are completely clueless, as many are, and I can understand it, what was supposed to be a good thing is not a good thing. Um, Actually, it was fine until Trovo decided to make a little announcement. See if I can find it. No. I have a picture. Hold on. So yeah, there's a reason why I am here. I have it on my phone. This is directly from their thing. This is a screenshot at the moment. It says, hold on. Been exciting. It's been an exciting rocket launch upwards the last few weeks. Okay, stop. We've seen a massive amount of growth, and it's amazing to see the support, blah, 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 growing community, as well as the variety of content. We understand there are many streamers on the platform. This is where it gets fun. Streamers on the platform who stream a variety of content that we all enjoy. And while we continue to welcome this, the Trovo 500 program was created to help support streamers to play their favorite games. But that's not the problem. I have no problem with people who play games, and games only. I love games. You know I play some games. In this case, only gaming content streams will be calculated into the watch hour and stream day targets for this program. So basically they're saying I don't stand a chance because I do other things than just gaming. And I put way too much work, especially into my art streams, for it to not count. Too much damn work. That's like 4 hours a pop. And I'm not complaining. I love doing my art streams, and I'm not going to stop doing my art streams because I love my art streams. I still don't feel good about being on Twitch. Mixer is gone. I'm not going to Facebook. That'll never happen. Ever. So let's see. We know many community members also enjoy some of the other amazing content on Trovo. So we'll work on potential programs for non-gaming content in the future. And you know what I say to that? Fuck you. I'm going to YouTube. So it was a fun month over there. And while it was nice, and I enjoyed my time there, so, you know, don't get me wrong, Trovo is not bad if you are only a gamer. I don't even like saying only a gamer. Being entertaining while you're doing something else is not easy. I don't care how you slice it. So, the announcement is annoying. It's also kind of rude. You know, because you get all the way in there, you start rebuilding a community, and then they put out this announcement. It's like, maybe you could have told us that in the beginning. Just a thought. I mean, I have no issues with it being a gaming-only platform. I would just have liked to know beforehand. You know what I mean? And this is not against people who only game. This is not a problem of Trovo being a games-only platform. And I've got no issues with that. You know, gamers should have a platform that they feel comfortable, you know, all gaming all the time. Not a problem. And I would be totally all for that if it didn't count out my art, other people who do art, and other things. You know, it's not fair. We've already been working. I've been working my butt off. Other people have been working their butts off. And now it's like giving them a big slap in the face. You know what I mean? Exactly. We want to focus only. See, that's exactly what I'm saying. You know, it's. I don't care that they want it to be a a gaming only platform. That's fine. I don't give a fuck. Period. I just want people to be where they're happy, but it's also nice to be told things up front. I don't like that people who do things other than streaming aren't told up front. That's where the problem is. That's all. That's my issue, and I'm like, you know what? No, I'm not. I'm just not. I'm not. I'm not. You know, I'm just not. Artists deserve better. So I'll just be over here on YouTube until I find something else. Either or I'll just stay over here. So there you go. That's what we doing. So hi, welcome to YouTube. All my videos are over here anyway. It's one less thing for me to do, transfer videos from one platform to another. It's all going to be here anyway. So I figured I would start reading early so that by the time 7 o'clock-ish rolls around, you know, when it gets cooler out, then I can walk him at that time when I would normally be reading. I agree. YouTube is not a bad platform to stream on. It's not. And I didn't, you know, YouTube was when I went here before I moved over to Trovo. It was kind of like a way station until I figured out what else I was going to do, because I wasn't ready to stop streaming again when I just got back from a break. And then I heard about this thing, and then like, let's give it a shot. But that didn't quite work out. But no, I don't dislike YouTube for streaming. It's not bad. I mean, it's kind of dumb that, you know, you have a new stream key every time, but you know, it is what it is. Whatever. Could be worse. It's not bad. It's 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 uh it's pretty good. And I'm not even dropping any frames. So, okay, we ended off on chapter 11 of The Hate You Give by Angie Thomas. I'm really enjoying the book. I highly recommend the movie if you haven't had a chance to see it, y'all. I've also been starting to edit the Rob Boss streams. And the first episode, which is like 15 minutes and some change, will be available next week. Actually, no, I don't know, I haven't gotten any dates from you, Reaper, about the sloth thing. But the cool thing is, I can change that around real easy. So, you know, let me know when people are ready to go live and I can change dates. No big deal. Easy fix. It takes 2 seconds to change a date on a scheduled video. Not bothered. Okay, so Monday morning I knew something is up. Let's see, it's on hiatus. Gotcha, no problem. It'll just be there, hanging, waiting in the wings. Not shit happens. It's a busy time. The good thing is, mine is ready and uploaded. It's just not scheduled yet. So, there you go. I'm ready to go when everybody else is. Monday morning, I knew something is up when I first stepped into Williamson. Folks are quiet as hell. Well, whispering, really. In little huddles in the halls and the atrium. Like they're discussing plays during a basketball game. No, I'll wait. I'm very happy to wait on that. It's not a problem. There's nothing time sensitive about it. When everyone else is ready, I'll be ready. That's all. It's just a schedule shift. No problem. It's not even scheduled. It's just kind of like taking up space on my YouTube channel under private videos instead of on my hard drive. That's all. Let's see. Haley and Maya find me before I find them. Did you get the text? Haley asks. The first thing she says. That's the first thing she says. No hey or anything. I still don't have my phone, so I'm like, what text? She shows me hers. There's a big group text with about 100 names on it. Haley's older brother, Remy, sent out the first message. Protesting today, at first period. I might sneeze. I feel it. It's like right there. It's not COVID, it's allergies. I swear to God, I'm fine. Then curly haired, dimpled Luke replied, Hell yeah, free day. I'm game. And Remy came back with, That's the point, dumbass. It's like somebody hit a pause button on my heart. They're protesting for Khalil? Yeah, I don't know what it is about today, but they aren't fun. Yeah, Haley says, all giddy and shit. Perfect timing, too. I so did not study for that English exam. This is, like, the first time Remy actually came up with a good idea to get out of class. I mean, it's kind of messed up that we're protesting a drug dealer's death, but all my Williamson rules go out the door. And Star from Garden Heights showed up. What the fuck that got to do with it? Their mouths open into perfectly shaped O's. Like, I mean, if he was a drug dealer, Haley says, that explains why. Over this, considering your obsession with Tumblr lately. You know what? I say, 1 second from really going off. Leave me alone. Have fun at your little protest. I want to fight every person I pass, Floyd Mayweather style. They're so damn excited about getting a day off. Khalil's in a grave. He can't get a day off from that shit. I live it every single day, too. In class, I toss my backpack on the floor and throw myself into my seat. When Haley and Maya come in, I gave them the stank eye and silently dare them to say shit to me. I'm breaking all of my Williamson Star rules, with 0 fucks to give. Chris gets there before the bell rings, headphones draped around his neck. He comes down my aisle and squeezes my nose, going honk honk, because for some reason it's hilarious to him. Usually I laugh and swat at him, but today, yeah, I'm not in the mood. I just swat, kind of hard too. He goes, ow, and gives his hand a quick shake. What's wrong with you? I don't respond. If I open my mouth, I'll explode. He crouches beside my desk and shakes my thigh. Star, you okay? Our teacher, balding, stumpy Mr. Warren, clears his throat. Mr. Bryant, my class is not the Love Connection. Please have a seat. Chris slides into the desk next to mine. What's wrong with her? He whispers to Haley. She plays dumb and says, Dunno. Mr. Warren tells us to take out our MacBooks and begins the lesson on British literature. Not even 5 minutes in, someone says, Justice for Khalil! Justice for Khalil! The others chant, Justice for Khalil! Mr. Warren tells them to stop, but they get louder and pound their fists on the desks. I want to puke and scream and cry. My classmates stampede toward the door. Maya's the last one out. She glances back at me and then at Haley, who motions her to come on. Maya follows her out. I think I'm done following Haley. In the hall, chants for Khalil go off like sirens. Unlike Haley, some of them may not care that he was a drug dealer. They might be almost upset, as I am, but since I know why Remy started this protest, I stay in my seat. Chris does too for some reason. His desk scrapes the floor as it scoots closer to mine until they touch. He brushes my tear with his thumb. You knew him, didn't you? He says. I nod. Oh, says Mr. Warren. I'm so sorry, Star. You don't have to. You can call your parents, you know. I wipe my face. That's the last thing I want, Mama. That's the last thing I want is Mama making a fuss because I can't handle all this. Worse, I don't want to be able to I don't want to be unable to handle it. Can you continue with the lesson, sir? I ask. The distraction would be nice. He smiles sadly and does as I ask. For the rest of the day, sometimes Chris and I are the only ones in our classes. Sometimes one or two other people join us. People go out of their way to tell me they think Khalil's death is bullshit. But that's Remy's reason for protesting, is bullshit too. I mean, this sophomore girl comes up to me in the hall and explains that she supports the cause but decided to go back to class after she heard why they were really protesting. They act like I'm the official representative of the black race and they owe me an explanation. I think I understand though. If I sit out at a protest, I'm making a statement. But if they sit out at a protest, they look racist. At lunch, Chris and I head to our table near the vending machines. Jess, with her perfect pixie cut, is the only one there, eating her cheese fries and reading her phone. Hey, I ask more than say. I'm surprised she's here. Sup, she nods. Have a seat. As you can see, there's plenty of room. I sit beside her, and Chris sits on the other side of me. Jess and I have played basketball together for 3 years. She's put her head on my shoulder for 2 of them, but I'm ashamed to admit I don't know much about her. I do know she's a senior. Her parents are attorneys, and she works at a bookstore. I didn't know that she'd skipped the protest. I guess I'm staring at her hard because she says, I don't use dead people to get out of class. If I wasn't straight, I would totally date her for saying that. This time I rest my head on her shoulder. She pats my hair and says, white people do stupid shit sometimes. Jess is white. Seven and Layla join us with their trays. Seven holds his fist out to me. I bump it. Seven, Jess says, and they fist bump too. I had no idea they were cool like that. I take it we're protesting the get out of class protest? Yep, Seven says. Protesting the get out of class protest. Seven and I get Sakani after school, and he won't shut up about the news cameras he saw from his classroom window, because he's Sakani and he came into this world looking for a camera. I have too many selfies of him on my phone, giving the light skin face, his eyes squinted, and eyebrows raised. Are y'all going to be on the news, he asks. Nah, says Seven. Don't need to be. We could go home, lock the door, and fight over the TV like we always do, or we could help Daddy at the store. We go to the store. Daddy stands in the doorway watching a reporter and a camera operator set up in front of Mr. Lewis's shop. Of course, when Sakani sees the camera, he says, Ooh, I want to be on TV. Shut up, I say. No, you don't. Yes, I do. You don't know what I want. Now, Sakani is like a little 7-year-old kid, so he's super sassy and delightful. I love him. And that was for the people who have not come in at the beginning of the book, introducing all of the characters. The car stops and Sakani pushes my seat forward, sending my chin into the dashboard as he jumps out. Daddy, I want to be on TV. I rub my chin. His hyper butt is going to kill me one day. Daddy holds Sakani by the shoulders. Calm down, man. You're not going to be on TV. What's going on? Seven asks when we get out. Some cops got jumped around the corner, Daddy says, one arm around Sakani's chest to keep him still. Jumped? I say, yeah. They pulled them out of their patrol car and stomped them gray boys. Or stomped them. Period. Gray boys. Period. Close quote. The code name for the King Lords. Damn. I heard what happened at y'all's school, Daddy says. Everything cool? Yeah, I give the easy answer. We're good. Mr. Lewis adjusts his clothes and runs his hand over his afro. The reporter says something, and he lets out a belly-jiggling laugh. What's this fool about to say? Daddy wonders. We go live in 5, says the camera operator, and all I can think is, please don't put Mr. Lewis on live TV. 4, 3, 2, 1. That's right, Joe, the reporter says. I'm here with Mr. Cedric Lewis, Jr., who witnessed the incident involving the officers today. Can you tell us what you saw, Mr. Lewis? He ain't witnessed nothing, Daddy tells us. Was in his shop the whole time. I told him what happened. I sure can, Mr. Lewis says. The boys pulled those officers out of the car. They weren't doing nothing either. Just sitting there and beat like dogs. And got beat like dogs. Ridiculous, you hear me? Re-damn-diculous. Somebody's gonna turn Mr. Lewis into a meme. He's making a fool out of himself and doesn't even know it. Do you think that it was retaliation for Khalil Harris's case? The reporter asks. I sure do, which is stupid. These thugs been terrorizing Garden Heights for years. How they gonna get mad now? What? 'Cause they didn't kill themselves? The president and all of them searching for terrorists. But I'll name one right now they can come get. Don't do it, Mr. Lewis. Daddy prays, don't do it. Of course he does. His name is King, and he lived right here in Garden Heights, probably the biggest drug dealer in the city. He over that King Lord's gang. Come get him if you want to get somebody. Wasn't nobody but his boys who did that to them cops anyway. He's sick of this. Somebody march about that. Daddy covers Sakani's ears. Every cuss word that follows equals $1 in Sakani's jar if he hears that. Shit! Daddy hisses, shit, shit, shit. This mother... He snitched, says Seven. On live TV, I added. Daddy keeps saying, shit, shit, shit. By the way, this book might not be suitable for children under the age of 13. I should have put the disclaimer in there somewhere before I started reading. Sorry. But am I? Not really. But the language is important. It conveys the emotion. Do you think that the curfew the mayor announced today will prevent incidents like this? The reporter asks Mr. Lewis. I look at Daddy. What curfew? He takes his hands off Sakani's ears. Every business in Garden Heights got to close by 9 and nobody can be in the streets after 10. Lights out, like a prison. So you be home tonight, Daddy? Sakani asks. Daddy smiles and pulls him closer. Yeah, man, after you do your homework, I can show you a thing or two on Madden. The reporter wraps up her interview. Daddy waits until she and the camera operator leave and then goes over to Mr. Lewis. You crazy? He asks. What? 'Cause I told the truth? Mr. Lewis says, man, you can't be going on live TV, snitching like that. You a dead man walking. You know that, right? I ain't scared of that guy, Mr. Lewis says real loud, for everyone to hear. You scared of him? Nah. But I know how the game works. I'm too old for games. You ought to be, too. Mr. Lewis, listen. Nah, you listen here, boy. I fought a war. Came back and fought one here. You see this? He lifts up his pants leg, revealing a plaid sock over a prosthetic. Lost it in the war. This right here. He lifts his shirt to his underarm. There's a thin pink scar stretching from his back to his swollen belly. Got it after some white boy cut me, 'cause I drank from their fountain. He lets his shirt fall down. I done faced a whole lot worse than some so-called king. Ain't nothing he can do but kill me, and if that's how I gotta go for speaking the truth, that's how I gotta go. You don't get it, Daddy says. Yeah, I do. Hell, I get you. Walking around here claiming you ain't a gangsta no more. Claiming you trying to change stuff, but still following all of that don't you snitch miss. And you teaching them kids the same thing, ain't you? King still controlling your dumb ass, and you're too stupid to realize it. Stupid? How are you gonna call me stupid when you are the one snitching on live TV? A familiar whoop whoop sound alarms us. Oh God. The patrol car with flashing lights cruises down the street. It stops next to Daddy and Mr. Lewis. 2 officers get out, one black, one white. Their hands linger too close to the guns at their waists. No, no, no. You got a problem here? the black one asks, looking squarely at Daddy. He's bald, just like Daddy, the white one asks. It didn't seem that way to us. We were just talking, officers, Mr. Lewis says, much softer than he was a minute ago. His hands were at his sides, too. His parents must have had to talk with him when he was 12. To me it looks like this young man was harassing you, sir, the black one says, still looking at Daddy. He hasn't looked at Mr. Lewis yet. I wonder if it's because Mr. Lewis isn't wearing an NWA t-shirt. Or because there aren't tattoos all on his arms. Or because he's not wearing some baggy jeans and a backwards cap. You got some ID on you? The black cop asks Daddy. Sir, I was about to go back to my store. I said, do you have some ID on you? My hands shake. Breakfast, lunch, and everything else churns in my stomach, ready to come back to my throat. They're going to take Daddy from me. What's going on? I turn around. Tim, Mr. Rubin's nephew, walks over to us. People have stopped on the sidewalk across the street. I'm going to reach for my ID, Daddy says. It's in my back pocket, aight? Daddy, I say. Daddy keeps his eyes on the officer. Y'all go in the store, aight? It's okay. We don't move, though. Daddy's hand slowly goes to his back pocket, and I look from his hands to theirs, watching to see if they're going to make a move for their guns. Daddy removes his wallet, the leather one I bought him for Father's Day, with his initials embossed on it. He shows it to them. See? My ID is in here. His voice has never sounded so small. The black officer takes the wallet and opens it. Oh, he says, Maverick Carter. He exchanges a look with his partner. Both of them look at me. My heart stops. They've realized I'm the witness. There must be a file that lists my parents' names on it, where the detectives blabbed, and that everyone at the station knows our names. Or they could have gotten it from Uncle Carlos somehow. I don't know how it happened, but it happened. And if something happens to Daddy, the black officer looks at him. Get on the ground, hands behind your back. But on the ground, face down, he yells, now. Daddy looks at us. His expression apologizes for the fact that we have to see this. He gets down on one knee and lowers himself to the ground, face down. His hands go behind his back and his fingers interlock. Where's that camera operator now? Why can't this be on the news? Now, wait a minute, officer, Mr. Lewis says. Me and him were just talking, sir. Go inside, the white cop tells him. But he didn't do anything, Seven says. Boy, go inside, the black cop says. No, that's my father and... Seven, Daddy yells. Even though he's lying on the concrete, there's enough authority in his voice to make Seven shut up. The black officer checks Daddy while his partner glances around at all of the onlookers. There's quite a few of us now. Miss Yvette and a couple of her clients stand in the doorway, towels around the client's shoulders. A car has stopped in the street. Everyone go about your business, the white one says. No, sir, says Tim. This is our business. The black cop keeps his knee on Daddy's back as he searches him. He passes him down once, twice, 3 times, just like 115 did Khalil. Nothing. Larry, the white cop says. The black one, who must be Larry, looks up at him, then at all the people who have gathered around. Larry takes his knee off Daddy's back and stands. Get up, he says. Slowly, Daddy gets to his feet. Larry glances at me. Bile pools in my mouth. He turns to Daddy and says, I'm keeping an eye on you, boy. Remember that. Daddy's jaw looks rock hard. The cop drives off. The car that had stopped in the street, and all the onlookers go on about their business. One person hollers out, It's all right, Maverick. Daddy looks at the sky and blinks the way I do when I don't want to cry. He clenches and unclenches his hands. Mr. Lewis touches his back. Come on, son. He guides Daddy our way, but they pass us and go into the store. Tim follows them. Why do they do that? Why do they do Daddy like that? Sakani asks softly. He looks at me and Seven with tears in his eyes. Seven wraps an arm around him. I don't know, man. I know. I go to the store. Devante leans against a broom near the cash register wearing one of those ugly green aprons Daddy tries to make me and Seven wear when we work in the store. There's a pang in my chest. Khalil wore one too. No problemo. I will just keep reading. Devante is talking to Kenya as she holds a basket full of groceries. When the bell on the door clangs behind me, both of them look my way. Yo, what happened? Devante asked. Was that the cops outside? Says Kenya. From here, I see Mr. Lewis and Tim standing in the doorway of Daddy's office. He must be in there. Yeah, I answered, Kenya. Heading toward the back, Kenya and Devante follow me about 50 million questions that I don't have time to answer. Papers are scattered all on the office floor. Daddy's hunched over his desk, his back moving up and down with each heavy breath. He pounds the desk. Fuck. Daddy once told me there's a rage passed down to every black man from his ancestors, born the moment they couldn't stop the slave masters from hurting their families. Daddy also said there's nothing more dangerous than when that rage is activated. Let it out, son, Mr. Lewis tells him. Fuck them pigs, Tim says. They only did that shit 'cause they know about Star. Wait, what? Daddy glances over his shoulder. His eyes are puffy and wet, like he's been crying. The hell you talking about, Tim? One of the homeboys saw you, Lisa, and your baby girl getting out of an ambulance at the crime scene that night, Tim says. Word sped around the neighborhood, and folks think she's the witness they've been talking about on the news. Oh, shit. Star, go ring Kenya up, Daddy says. Vontae, finish them floors. I head for the cash register, passing Seven and Sakani. The neighborhood knows. I ring Kenya up, my stomach knotted the whole time. If the neighborhood knows, it won't be long until the people outside of Garden Heights know. And then what? You rang that up twice, Kenya says. Huh? The milk. You rang it up twice, Star. Oh. I cancel one of the milks and put the carton into a bag. Kenya's probably cooking for herself and Lyric tonight. She does that sometimes. I ring up the rest of her stuff, take her money, and hand her the change. She stares at me a second, then says, Were you really with him? My throat is thick. Does it matter? Yeah, it matters. Why are you keeping quiet about it? Like you're hiding or something? Don't say it that way. But it is that way. Right? I sigh. Kenya, stop. You don't understand, alright? Not. Because you ain't see what the cops just did to my dad because they know I'm a witness. So you're gonna let the police stop you from speaking out for Khalil? Thought you cared about him. Go on TV or something. I don't know, she says. Tell everybody what really happened that night. They're not even giving his side of the story. You're letting them trash talk him. Excuse? How the hell am I letting them do anything? You hear all the stuff they're saying about him on the news, calling him a thug and stuff, and you know that ain't Khalil. I bet if he was one of your private school friends, you'd be all on TV defending him and shit. Are you for real? Hell yeah, she says. You dropped him for them. Bougie ass kids, and you know it. You probably would have dropped me if I didn't come around because of my brother. That's not true. You sure? I'm not. I'm not. Kenya shakes her head. Fucked up part about this? The Khalil I know would have jumped on TV in a hot second and told everybody what happened that night. If it meant defending you. Happens at my house with my mama and daddy, I would. Here you are with a chance to help change what happens in our whole neighborhood, and you're staying quiet like a coward. Kenya leaves. Tim and Mr. Lewis aren't far behind her. Tim gives me the black power fist on his way out. I don't deserve it, though. I head to Daddy's office. Seven standing in the doorway, and Daddy sitting on the desk. Sakani next to him, nodding along to whatever Daddy's saying, but looking sad. Reminds me of the time Daddy and Mama had the talk with me, 'cause Daddy decided not to wait until Sakani's 12. Daddy, see- Daddy sees me. Zeb, go cover the cash register. Take Sakani with you. About time you learned. Oh, man. Sakani groans. Don't blame him. The more you learn to do at the store, the more you're expected to do at the store. Daddy pats the now empty spot beside him on the desk. I hop up on it. His office is just enough space for the desk and a file cabinet. Framed photographs crowd the walls, like one of him and Mama at the courthouse the day they got married. Her belly, aka me, big and round. Pictures of me and my brothers as babies. And this one picture from about 7 years ago, when my parents took the three of us, to the mall for one of those J.C. Penney family portraits. They dressed alike, in baseball jerseys, baggy jeans, and Timberlands. Tacky. You alright? Daddy asks. Are you? I will be, he says. Just hate that you and your brothers had to see that shit. Jays as I kick my feet back and forth. Kenya called me a coward for not speaking out. She didn't mean it. She's going through a lot. That's all. King throwing Aisha around like a rag doll every single night. But she's right. My voice cracks. I'm this close to crying. I'm a coward. After seeing what they did to you, I don't want to say shit now. Hey. Daddy takes my chin, so I have no choice but to look at him. Don't fall for that trap. That's what they want. If you don't want to speak up, that's out to you. That's up to you. But don't let it be because you're scared of them. Who do I tell you that you have to fear? Nobody but God and you and Mama. Especially Mama when she's extremely pissed. He chuckles. Yeah, the list ends there. You ain't got nothing or nobody else to fear. You see this? He rolls up his shirt sleeve, revealing the tattoo of my baby picture on his upper arm. What'd it say at the bottom? Something to live for? Something to die for, I say. Without really looking. I've seen it my whole life. Exactly. You and your brothers are something to live for and something to die for, and I will do whatever I gotta do to protect you. He kisses my forehead. If you're ready to talk, baby, talk. I got you back. Beverage break. Chapter 12. Just checking my messages. Okay. Anyway, no, there was tweets that I made earlier today and replies that are just, well, they're comedy gold. Let's just say that. Chapter 12. I'm luring bricks inside when it passes out front. I watch it crawl down the street for the longest time, till I get the sense to alert somebody. Daddy! He looks up from pulling weeds around his bell peppers. Are they for real with that? The tank resembles the ones they show on the news when talking about war in the Middle East. It's the size of 2 Hummers. The blue and white lights on the front make the street almost as bright as it is in daytime. An officer is positioned on top wearing a vest and a helmet. He points the rifle ahead. A voice booms from the armored vehicle. All persons found violating the curfew will be subject to arrest. Daddy pulls more weeds. Some bullshit. Brix follows the piece of bologna I dangle in front of him all the way to his spot in the kitchen. He sits there all content, chomping on it with the rest of his food. Brix won't act crazy as long as Daddy's home. All of us are kind of like Brix, really. Daddy being home means Mama won't sit up all night. Sakani won't flinch all the time, and Seven won't have to be the man of the house. I'll sleep better too. Daddy comes in, dusting caked dirt off his hands. Them roses dying. Bricks, you been pissing on my roses? Brick's head perks up. He locks his eyes with Daddy's, but eventually lowers his head. I bet not catching you doing it, Daddy says. Are we gonna have a problem? Brick lowers his eyes, too. I grab a paper towel and slice of pizza from the box on the counter. This is like my fourth slice tonight. Mama bought 2 huge pies from Sal's on the other side. Italians own it. So the pizza is thin, herby, is that a word? And good. You finished your homework, Daddy asks. Yep. A lie. He washes his hands at the sink. Got any tests this week? Trig on Friday. You studied for it? Yep. Another lie. Good. He gets the grapes out of the refrigerator. You still got that old laptop? The one you had before we bought you, that expensive ass fruit one? I laugh. It's an Apple MacBook, Daddy. It damn sure wasn't the price of an apple, anyway. You got the old one? Yeah. Good. Give it to Seven. Tell him to look over it and make sure it's aight. I want Devante to have it. Why? You pay bills? No. Then I ain't gotta answer that. That's how he gets out of almost every argument with me. I should buy one of those cheap magazine subscriptions and say, yeah, I pay a bill in what? It won't matter, though. I head to my room and finish my pizza. Daddy's already gone to his and Mama's room. The TV's on, and they're both lying on their stomachs on the bed. One of her legs on his as she types on her laptop. It's oddly adorable. Sometimes I watch them and get an idea of what I want one day. You still mad at me about Devante? Daddy asks her. She doesn't answer. Keeping her eyes on the laptop, he scrunches up his nose. He gets all in her face. You still mad at me? Huh? You still mad at me? She laughs and playfully pushes him. Move, boy, I'm not mad at you. Now give me a grape. He grins and feeds her a grape. I just can't. The cuteness is too much. Yeah, they're my parents. They're my OTP. Seriously. Daddy watches whatever she's doing on the computer, feeding her a grape every time she eats one. Or every time he eats one. She's probably uploading the latest family snapshots on Facebook for our out-of-town relatives. With everything that's going on, what can she say? Sakani saw cops harass his daddy, but he's doing so well in school. Hashtag proud mom. Or Star saw her best friend die. Keep her in your prayers, but my baby made the honor roll. Again, hashtag blessed. Or even, tanks are rolling by outside, but Seven's been accepted into 6 colleges so far. Hashtag he is going places. I go to my room. Both my old and new laptops are on my desk, which is a mess. There's a huge pair of Daddy's Jordans next to my old laptop. The yellow bottoms of the sneakers face the lamp. A layer of saran wrap. Hold on. There's a kind of like a footrest or a leg rest on my chair. And I was trying to pull that out. It needed both hands. Because one hand was not enough. I needed to have both of them. I need to put my paws up. There we go. Ballast. Oh, there we go. My hips are weird right now. I mean, I know why. But anyway. My joints are fucked. But we know this. Okay. Back to comfort. Sweet. See, I go to my room. Both my old and new laptops are on my desk, which is a mess. There's a huge pair of Daddy's Jordans next to my old laptop. The yellow bottoms of the sneakers face the lamp. and a layer of saran wrap protects my concoction of detergent and toothpaste. That'll eventually clean them. Watching the yellowed soles turn icy again is as satisfying as squeezing a blackhead and getting all the gunk out. Amazing. According to the lie I told, my homework is supposed to be done, but I've been on a Tumblr break, aka I haven't started my homework and have spent the last 2 hours on Tumblr. I started a new blog, The Khalil I Know. It doesn't have my name on it, just pictures of Khalil. In the first one, he's 13, with an afro. Uncle Carlos took us to a ranch so we could get a taste of country life. And Khalil's looking side-eyed at a horse that's beside him. I remember him saying, "If this thing makes a wrong move, I'm running." On Tumblr, I captioned the picture. The Khalil I know was afraid of animals. I tagged it with his name. One person liked it and reblogged it, then another and another. That made me post more pictures, like one of us in a bathtub when we were 4. You can't see our private parts because of all the suds, and I'm looking away from the camera. Miss Rosalie still adjusting things. There, I think, for now. I think that's better. Miss Rosalie's sitting on the side of the tub, beaming at us, and Cleel's beaming right back at her. I wrote, "The Cleel I know loved bubble, but I hope it helps. It's helping me, at least." The other people posted about Cleel, uploaded artwork of him, posted pictures of him and that they show on the news, and I've reblogged every single one. Funny though, somebody posted a video clip of Tupac from back in the day. Okay, so every clip of Tupac is from back in the day. He's got a little kid on his lap and is wearing a backwards snapback. That would be fly now. It explains that thug life, like Khalil said. He explains that thug life, like Khalil said he did. The hate you give little infants fucks everybody. Pac spells out fucks because that kid is looking dead in his face. When Khalil told me what it meant, I kinda understood it. I really understand it now. I grab my old laptop. When my phone buzzes on my desk, Mama returned it earlier. Hallelujah. Thank you, Black Jesus. She said it's only in case there's another situation at school. I got it back, though. Don't really care why. I'm hoping it's a text from Kenya. I sent her the link to my new Tumblr earlier. Thought she'd like to see it, so she kind of pushed me to do it. But it's Chris. He took note from 7 with all his caps text. Oh my god, this Fresh Prince episode. Will's dad didn't take him back with him. That asshole came back and left him again. Now he's having a breakdown with Uncle Phil. My eyes are sweating. Understandable. That is seriously the saddest episode ever. I text Chris back. Sorry. And your eyes aren't sweating. You're crying, babe. He replies. Lies. I say it. You ain't gotta lie, Craig. You ain't gotta lie. He responds, did you really use a line from Friday on me? So watching 90s movies is kind of our thing too. I text back, yep. He replies, bye Felicia. I take the laptop to Seven's room, phone in hand in case Chris has another Fresh Prince breakdown. Some reggae chants meet me in the hall, followed by Kendrick Lamar ripping about being a hypocrite. Seven sits on the side of the lower bunk, an open computer tower at his feet, with his head down. His dreads hang loosely and make a curtain in front of his face. Devante sits cross-legged on the floor. His afro bobs to the song. A zombie version of Steve Jobs watches them from a poster on the wall, along with all these superheroes and Star Wars characters. There's a Slytherin comforter on the bottom bunk that I swear I'll steal one day. Seven and I are reverse HP fans. We liked the movies first, then the books. I got Khalil and Natasha hooked on them too. Mama found the first movie for $1 at a thrift store when we lived in Cedar Grove projects. Seven and I, we were Slytherins, since almost all Slytherins were rich. Oh. Seven and I said we were Slytherins since almost all Slytherins were rich. When you're a kid in a one bedroom in the projects, rich is the best thing anyone can be. Seven removes a silver box from the computer and examines it. It's not even that old. What are you doing? I ask. Big D asked me to fix his computer. It needs some new DVD drives. He burned his out making all them bootlegs. My brother is the unofficial Garden Heights tech guy. Old ladies, hustlers, and everybody in between pay him to fix their computers and phones. He makes good money like that, too. A black garbage bag leans against the foot of the bunk, with some clothes sticking out of the top. Somebody put it over the fence and left it in our front yard. Seven, Zakani, and I found it when we came home from the store, and we thought it might be Devontae's. But Seven and I looked inside, and everything in it belonged to him. The stuff he had at his mama's house. He called Aisha, said she was putting him out. King told her to. Seven, I'm sorry. It's okay, Star. But she shouldn't have. It's okay. I said it's okay. He glances up at me. All right? Don't sweat it. All right. I say as my phone vibrates. I hand Devontae the laptop and look. Still no response from Kenya. Instead, it's a text from Maya. Are you mad at us? What's this for? Devontae asks, staring at the laptop. Daddy wants you to have it, but he said let Seven check it out first. I tell him as I reply to Maya. What you think? Or what do you think? What he want me for? What he want me to have it for? Devontae asks. Maybe he wants to see if you actually know how to operate one. I tell Devontae. I know how to use a computer. Devontae says. He hits Seven, who's snickering. My phone buzzes 3 times. Maya has responded. Definitely mad. Can the 3 of us talk? Things have been awkward lately. Typical Maya. If Haley and I have a kind of disagreement, she tries to fix it. She has to know this won't be a kumbaya moment, I reply. Kumbaya moment. I reply. Okay. We'll let you know when I'm at my uncle's. Gunshots fire at rapid speed in the distance. I flinch. Goddamn machine guns, Daddy says. Folks acting like this is a war zone or some shit. No cussing, Daddy, Sakani says from the den. Sorry, man. I'll add $1 to the jar. 2. You said the GD word. Alright. 2. Star, come to the kitchen for a second. In the kitchen, Mama speaks in her other voice on the phone. Yes, ma'am. We want the same thing. She sees me. And here's my lovely daughter now. Could you hold, please? She covers the receiver. It's the DA. She would like to talk to you this week. Definitely not what I expected. Oh. Yeah. Mama says, look, baby, if you're not comfortable with it, I am. I glance at Daddy. He nods. I can do it. Oh, she says, looking at Daddy, to me, and back. Okay, as long as you're sure, and I think we should meet with Miss Ophir first, though. Possibly take her up on her offer to represent you. Definitely, Daddy says. I don't trust them folks at the DA office. So how about we see her tomorrow and meet with the DA later on this week? Mama asks. I grab another slice of pizza and take a bite. It's cold now, but cold pizza is the best pizza. So, 2 days of no school? Oh, you're going to school, she says? And did you eat any salad while you're eating all that pizza? I had veggies, these little bitty peppers. They don't count when they're that little. Yeah, they do. If babies can count as humans when they're little, veggies can count as veggies when they're little. That logic ain't working with me, so we'll meet with Miss Ophir tomorrow and the DA on Wednesday. Sound like a plan? Yeah, except the school part. Mama uncovers the phone. Sorry for the delay. We can come in on Wednesday morning. In the meantime, tell your boys, the mayor and the police chief, to get them fucking tanks out of my neighborhood, Daddy says loudly. Mama swats at him, but he's going down the hall. Claim folks need to act peaceful, but rolling through here like we in a goddamn war. $2, Daddy. Sakani says. When Mama hangs up, I say, it wouldn't kill me to miss one day of school. I don't want to be there if they try that protest mess again. I wouldn't be surprised if Remy tries to get a whole week off because of Khalil. I need 2 days. That's all. Mama raises her brow. Okay, 1.5. Please? She takes a deep breath and lets it out slowly. We'll see, but not a word of this to your brothers. You hear me? Basically, she says yes without saying yes outright. I can deal with that. Pastor Eldridge once preached that faith isn't just believing, but taking steps toward that belief. Hallelujah. God shows up and shows out. Mama doesn't make me get up. I stay in bed, listening as everybody else gets ready for the day. Sakani makes it his business to tell Mama I'm not up yet. Don't worry about her, she says. The volume lowers a whole lot and doesn't go back up until a political story comes on. My phone buzzes under my pillow. I take it out. Look. Kenya finally texted me back about my new Tumblr. She would make me wait hours for a response. And her comment is short as hell. It's aight. She's so petty. Part of me wonders, though, if she didn't respond last night because of drama at her house. Daddy said King's still beating Aisha up. Sometimes he hits Kenya and Lyric, too. Kenya's not the type to talk about it like that, so I ask, everything okay? The usual. She writes back. Short, but it says enough. There isn't much I can do, so I just remind her, I'm here if you need me. Her response, you better be. See? Petty. Here's the messed up part about missing school. You wonder what you would be doing if you went. At 8, I figured Chris and I would just be getting to history, since it's our first class on Tuesday. I send him a quick text. Won't be at school today. 2 minutes later, he replies, Are you sick? Need me to kiss it and make it better? Wink, wink. He seriously typed wink, wink instead of 2 wink emojis? I'll admit. I smile. I write back, What if I'm contagious? He says, Doesn't matter, I'll kiss you anywhere. Wink, wink. I reply, Is that another line? He responds in less than a minute. It's whatever you want it to be. Love you, Frisch Princess. Pause. That L word completely catches me off guard, like a player from the other team stealing the ball. Stealing the ball right as you're about to make a layup. It takes all of your momentum. And you spend a week wondering how that steal slipped up on you. Chris saying, love you, is like that, except I can't waste a week wondering about it. By not answering, I'm answering, if that makes sense. The shot clock is winding down, and I need to say something, but what? By not saying I before love you, he's making it more casual, seriously. Love you and I love you are different. Same team, different players. Love you isn't as forward or aggressive as I love you. Love you can slip up on you, sure, but it doesn't make it an in-your-face slam dunk, more like a nice jump shot. 2 minutes pass. I need to say something. Love you too. Cool. Okay. I was waiting for a text from my neighbor Jess because she was asking about an egg. And I'm like, I don't eat eggs because it's like glass going through my body. Because that's exactly what it feels like. It feels very sharp and painful. So I'm like, because I don't always know who I tell things to. It's not a secret. You know, it's good to tell my neighbors who I share food with, because I make them things, they make me things, and we share food, about the things that I can't eat. And I always make sure that I am aware of, any food allergies or food issues that they have. Because that's what people do when they care about each other. They want to make sure that y'all can eat all the stuff. Otherwise, you make concessions and figure out what y'all can eat together. Very simple. I don't know why people make it such a big deal. It's just what you do for people you care about. You can always find a compromise. It's food. Find something delicious and eat it. Period. Okay. 2 minutes past. I need to say something. Love you too. It's as foreign as a Spanish word. I haven't learned yet. But funny enough, it comes pretty easily. I get a wink emoji in return. Just Us for Justice occupies the old Taco Bell on Magnolia Avenue. Now I want a fucking taco. And that was me. That wasn't in the book. The taco part. Yay. Surprise. But I don't want to go to Taco Bell because they support Trump. What? I said it. Yes, I did. Because Black Lives Matter, and therefore it's important to know where you put your money. Anyway, Just Us for Justice occupies the old Taco Bell on Magnolia Avenue, between the car wash and the cash advance place. Daddy used to take me and Seven to that Taco Bell every Friday and get us 99-cent tacos, cinnamon twist, and a soda to share. That was right after he got out of prison. When he didn't have a ton of money, he usually watched us eat. Sometimes he asked the manager or one of Mama's friends to keep an eye on us as he went to the cash advance place next door. When I got older and discovered that presents don't just show up, I realized Daddy always went over there around our birthdays and Christmas. Mama rings the doorbell at Just Us, and Miss Ophir lets us in. Sorry about that, she says, locking the door. It's just me here today. Oh, Mama says, where are your colleagues? Some of them are at guard. Was murdered as easily as Miss Ophir does. She doesn't bite her tongue or hesitate. Short-walled cubicles take up most of the restaurant. They have almost as many protesters as Seven has. Wait. Brain. Short-walled cubicles take up most of the restaurant. They have almost as many posters as Seven has. But the kind Daddy would love, like Malcolm X, standing next to a window holding a rifle. Huey Newton in prison with his fist up for black power, and photographs of the Black Panthers at rallies and giving breakfast to kids. Miss Ophir leads us to her cubicle to the next to the drive-through window. It's kind of funny too, 'cause she has a Taco Bell cup on her desk. Thank you so much for coming, she says. I was so happy you called, Mrs. Carter. Please, call me Lisa. How long have you all been in this space? Oh, almost about 2 years now. And if you're wondering, yes, we do get the occasional prankster who pulls up to the window and tells me they want a chalupa. We laugh. Doorbell rings up front. That's probably my husband, Mama says. He was on his way. Miss Ophir leaves, and soon Daddy's voice echoes through the office as he follows her back. He grabs a third chair. Oh, never mind. That's probably my husband, Mama says. He was on his way. Miss Ophir leaves, and soon Daddy's voice echoes through the office as he follows her back. He grabs a third chair from another cubicle and sets it halfway in Miss Ophir's office and halfway in the hall. That's how small her cubicle is. Sorry I'm late. Had to get Devante situated with Mr. Lewis. Mr. Lewis? Ask. Yeah, since I'm here, interview about the king checked. And what I said at Cleel's funeral star. It was very brave of you to talk to the police. I don't feel brave. With Malcolm X watching me on her wall, I can't lie. I'm not running my mouth on TV like Mr. Lewis. And that's okay, Miss Ophir says. It seemed Mr. Lewis impulsively spoke out of anger and frustration. In a case like Khalil's, I would much rather that you spoke out in a more deliberate and planned way. She looks at Mama. You said the DA called yesterday? Yes. They'd like to meet with Star tomorrow. Makes sense. The case was turned over to their office, and they are preparing to take it to a grand jury. What does that mean, I ask? A jury will decide if charges should be brought against Officer Cruz, and Daddy will have to testify to the grand jury. And Star will have to testify to the grand jury, Daddy says. Miss Ofra nods. It's a bit different than a normal trial. There won't be a judge or a defense attorney present, and the DA will ask Star questions. But what if I can't answer them all? What do you mean? Miss Ofra says. The gun in the car stuff? On the news they said there may have been a gun in the car. Like, that changes everything. I honestly don't know if there was. Miss Ofra opens a folder that's on her desk, takes a piece of paper out, and pushes it toward me. It's a photograph of Cleel's black hairbrush, the one he used in the car. That's the so-called gun. Miss Ofra explains. Officer Cruz claims he saw it at the car door, and he assumed Cleo was reaching for it. The handle was thick enough, black enough, for him to assume it was a gun. And Cleo was black enough, Daddy adds. A hairbrush. Khalil died over a fucking hairbrush. Miss Ofra slips the photograph back in the folder. It'll be interesting to see how his father addresses it in his interview tonight. Hold up. Interview? I ask. Mama shifts a little in her chair. The officer's father has a television interview that's airing tonight. I glance from her to Daddy. And nobody told me? 'Cause it ain't worth talking about, baby, Daddy says. I look at Miss Ofra. So his dad can give his son's side to the whole world and I can't give mine and Cleel's? He's gonna have everybody thinking 115's the victim. Not necessarily, Miss Ofra says. Sometimes these kinds of things backfire. And at the end of the day, the court of public opinion has no say in this. The grand jury does. If they see enough evidence, which they should, Officer Cruz will be charged and tried. If. I repeat. A wave of awkward silence rolls in. 115's father is his voice. But I'm Khalil's. The only way people will know his side of the story is if I speak out. I look out the drive-through window, at the car wash next door. Water cascades from a hose, making rainbows against the sunlight like it did 6 years ago, right before bullets took Natasha. I turned to Miss Ofra. When I was 10, I saw my other best friend get murdered in a drive-by. Funny how murdered comes out easily now. Oh. Miss Ofra sinks back. I'm so sorry, Star. I stare at my fingers and fumble with them. Tears roll in my eyes. I've tried to forget it, but I remember everything. The shots, the look on Natasha's face. They never caught the person who did it. I guess it didn't matter enough. But it did matter. She mattered. I looked at Miss Ofra, but I can barely see her for all the tears. And I want everyone to know that Khalil mattered too. Miss Ofra blinks a lot. Absolutely. She clears her throat. I would like to represent you, Star. Pro bono, in fact. Mama nods, and she's teary-eyed too. I'll do whatever I can to make sure you're heard, Star. Because just like Khalil and Natasha mattered, you matter, and your voice matters, and I can start by trying to get you a television interview. She looks at my parents. If you're okay with that. As long as they don't reveal her identity, yeah, Daddy says. That shouldn't be a problem, she says. We will absolutely make sure her privacy is protected. A quiet buzzing comes from Daddy's way. He takes out his phone and answers. The person on the other end shouts something, but I can't make it out. Hey, calm down, Vontae. Say that again. The response makes Daddy stand up. I'm coming. You call 911. What's wrong? Mama says. He motions for us to follow him. Stay with him, aight? We on the way. I think that's where I'm going to stop with the book for now. Unlike Alice in Wonderland and The Wizard of Oz, these chapters are a lot longer. And are a bit more emotional to read. Not a bad thing, just an observation. It's certainly not a complaint. Merely an observation. Just mentioning words. So I'm going to take a quick break and then we're going to come back. I want to go play some Ooblets for a little bit. Because it's only 3:48 and I could easily kill another hour and some change. So I'll be back in a bit. weird. Okay, you're now in Ooblets. Ooblets. It's time to play something else. And unfortunately, I can't like change, things in it going back out as title changes. I'll have to like, whatever. So anyway, it works a little differently than Twitch, so it is what it is. So here we go. Poop. Let's go fly. See where we go. Looking to fly somewhere? Tinsel wanted me to go to Mamunia and turn on their Oobnet tower. Sounds fun. I'm ready whenever you are. I'll be here waiting for you whenever you are ready to head back. If you get tired and need to freshen up your Ooblets, you can go home and come back here later to finish up your business. Okay. I have one of those item hacking clips. Not at this time. Hi there, is this the Oobnet tower from Mamunia? I need to turn it back on. Sure is, but it's locked. No, I used to live in it, now I'm locked out. See the keypad lock? I can't get past it. You don't have a code to get in? Oh, I have a code. The problem is the keycaps have gone missing. At some point, someone realized the keycaps make pretty nifty Ooblet hats. They pried them off and sold them to folks around Mamunia. Now I can't get in. I've seen people around Mamunia with Ooblets wearing my keycaps. I want to get them back so you can get inside, sure. But I don't like competition, so I was waiting until someone else came along to do it for me. And I guess I'm that someone. Looks that way. If you can collect all my missing keycaps, I'll let you inside and turn the tower back on. Down mark. What? I really should have just had you come to pick these up. Hurry, blah, 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 blah. Exploring. Ooh, wishy tokens. But there's a thing in my way I cannot see. Profit. I don't have any quiz. Is that a keycap on your Ooblet? Ah, yes, it was rare. Fine. A centerpiece of my collection. It's actually stolen, and I've come to bring it back to the owner. I had no idea. Well, I'm sympathetic to their circumstances. Would you humor me with one dance off the saber before I give it to you? I guess. Alright, let's go have a dance off. You assholes. Earn 2 points. Discard a random card, gain 1 beat. I can't trust you. Ooh. Nice. Gain 4 points. Disrupting. Cancel all opponent's current move. Earn 1 point. Trepidation. Useless. Holy crap. Fudge. This will be good. No problem. I'm all gonna win, so we good. Yay! Shumbo earned a level up. Yay! Lump stump. Flaky claws. Clomper has also earned a level up. I'll cherish these final memories of my sweet cat. Thank you, cat. Make sure to treat it well. I see you're eyeing my ooblet. Good luck, hat. What is that? I am unbeatable. Keycaps, would you reach down on the mantle? Oh boy. Let's do it. Gain 1 height. Abrupt disrupt. Add a move to your hand. Ooh. Nice. And turn. I'll treat it as irritation, useless. Nice. Gain 5 points. No, wait, no, I get another key. Yay. Level up. Shumbo. Feeble. Dumpy stump. Clomper. I'm just checking on my dog. He's behind me. He's being so cute. Wait, I forgot. No. Did I lose that too? Anyway, here's your keycap. I just want the keycaps. I not very satisfying. How about you bring me 10 bean juices in exchange for the Q cat? Bleh, fine. So I can't get any further unless I do that. Say the word and I will blow this 2-bit town back to Badge Town. I don't think there's much. Something badge. You earned. Congat. Okay, dictated but not read. Nice. Deposit. Nothing. Deposit. Deposit all. Nice. Have an obsidian at this time. I had to use it for something else. Wish you well. What do we got? Ooh, yes. Yeah. Drinker. Mana tree. Extra constitution. They get 2 goats. Swooshler. Come to dude. deposit. Oh, yeah. Really? Mm-hmm. Oh, thought I heard someone lugging around a whole bunch of stuff. Oh, we got all of the materials for Min Pin Clubhouse. I'm gonna get Vion and a couple of other folks to start the renovations tonight. You should come back tomorrow to check it out. Cool. How much is a bean juice? AKA coffee. Double. Times are kind of tough. Business could be a whole lot better. Sure, I don't have any competition, but my sign got busted in the hurricane, and people can't seem to remember that they need bean juice. I've got 3 out of the 10 that I needed. Okay. Carrot cake. Muzz flour. Wiggle whip. Seed. Yeah. Enter. What's in here? Ooh, house. Select an ooblet. Yay. See it? Okay, so I really can't do anything about that. Enter home. Sleep. Yeah. Continue. I've leveled up. Open Friend Buns Clubhouse, Peak Snubs, and Moss Sprouts. I did good. Hi, little puppy guy. I think my dog needs to go potty. I will be right back. Hold on. Sorry, guys. My dog didn't want to go potty. Cool. Okay. Alright, so that's working. Fill. Q, I have to weed. Okay. Come on over here. Ooh. Hi, friend. One of these days, Vidiana is going to grow out of the whole throttle cron thing. Ooh, I need 2 clothlets and I can get one of those. Hey, pencil. You want to start thinking about building an oob coop for any ooblets you leave back at your farm. They get sad without a little home of their own. I feel like I'm never where I'm supposed to be. Like at any point, someone is going to come up and ask me to leave. Maybe did you get the new threads? Stop. It's not a huge improvement, but at least you're trying. I need to get rid of this friendship sticker and some other stuff. Cool. Black. Getting a chocolate. What's inside? There's a recipe piece. I'm happy to give you some introduction to some other movers and shakers in the competitive Ooblet dance circuit, but I do expect a 15% cut of any deals you make with them. Hello. I don't know what this town would do without me. Where would they even find another qualified chief commissioner of woods and forests? Outgrid. How do, bud? Want to grab a few planklets for me so I can put together a tricycle ramp? I think like 10 will be enough to make a pretty amazing dangerous ramp. Sure. I'd love to. Yep. Amazing. This ramp will be the most dangerous I've ever built. Such a good friend. Let me give you a sticker to show material all of the things that I love about you. I've earned a new badge. Something something badge you earned, blah 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 blah. Yay, new badge. Get 3 friendship stickers. And some wishy tokens. You like those. More wishy tokens. Get over here. Nope. Do I have any things over here worth harvesting? Nope. Alright, then up here. Up here we go. Gimbal. One trick to overcoming fear is thinking about how cool you probably look when you do something dangerous. Good to know. Terrible advice. Sprin's house. What is inside Sprin's house right now? Sometimes you can find fun little things in here. Hi, Ebba. I wonder if the town would look a bit better without all these empty mystery cans. I bet they would, and I'm working on that, my friend. Alright. Remember how you fished some stuff for me before? You were really good at that. You think you could fish some planklets now? No problem. Thanks, bud. Need more 10 planklets? Okay. Look. Anything else? No. Okay. Going in. My nose itches. Like, it happens when I'm on stream all at the wrong times. Okay. Isn't this a cute little building? Tinsel said I can turn it into a friend button's clubhouse, but it needs a lot of work inside. Do you think you could help me get some of these fiddly bits and bobs? Still need to finish it up. What do you need? We'll need a lot of fabric, some shells to scrap, some dyes, and some snacks. My kind of girl. Snacks. What is this? Peak Snub's clubhouse. Could use a spot. Basil lives here all alone, and I've been thinking of asking him if he could use the mansion also as Peak Snub's clubhouse. There's plenty of space for the club, and I think we could use a company. He also the local People's Club leader, so I'm sure he'll be up for it. Will you paparazzos ever leave me alone to live my life? Hi, Basil, we're here to use the mansion. Yay! I suppose it is a bad luck that we don't have a local clubhouse. Sure, why not? I'll even cut to a deal on the rent. You're charging the town rent? It's for your clubhouse. You clearly want it too, for some reason, so I'm just following market forces by charging you. Here's a lockbox I was carrying around that you can put in the gummies as you scrounge them all together. I'll leave it out here. Now, how... 500, are you kidding me? Dude. Recipe pieces. 43. Magnolia. I've read that there's interesting research being conducted on artificial ooblet resizing, which brings up the obvious question of whether abnormally giant ooblets would choose to eat people. I don't know. He started it. He got in my way. I just had to put a new privacy policy from my houseplant. Oh my god. The local Moss Butts Club.
What?
Wanted to set this tree house up as the Moss Butts clubhouse herself, so you shouldn't have to do anything. Okay, so no, I will need some help. I just tried putting up some fairy lights in half-roof. What can I do to help? I'll probably need a bunch of planklets and clothlets and some snacks. Of course you do. Check orders. Yes. And there's a whole bunch of these. Look at some planklets. And some weird activities. to visit Fort Forward one day, but I can't leave Badgetown for reasons. Cloth fancied. Pompadoot. Sweetie beatie. Okay. Spring beans. My pockets are full. Trade. What do we have? But I think I've gotten tab. Ooh, a symbol. Ooh, Zanuka cake. Good deal. Friends. Badges. Almanac. Dumburb. Hermble. Bristol bud. Herbal. Grip. Manitwee. Sprinkler. Two chocolates. Lovely wallpaper. Tile floor. Okay. What do I like this? I like it. It's good. Okay. Nope. Tab. Crops. And items. Recipes. Crunch stir. Muzz flour. Favicata. Favicuta. Crunch stir. Nice. Ground spring beans. Clothing. Furniture. Decor. Wallpaper. Oh, it's cute. Flooring. Aw, adorbs. I like it better. It's much nicer. Clothing. Well, of course, because everything is better with a hat. Right? Ribbon. Ooblet seed. Annoyance tool. Furniture. Nope. tired. She's not gonna have any. Let's take a quick nap. Yeah. No. Put that in there. Deposit. Shaky shaker. Nose flour. This. Sprinklers. Deposit. Toot horn. People seed. Oob house. That's where they live. I smell food, and it smells delightful. My time. Yeah. That is earned. Dance battles won because I didn't have any dance battles this time. Some days you're just not gonna have any. Continue. I did good. Check. This letter is to inform you that the mystery cans you have deposited in the reconstitutor are appreciated. All the cans continue to be when it is convenient. Please continue to collect and deposit them as they do. No problem. I was gonna keep doing it anyway, whether you told me to or not. Because I figured that there was a purpose. Ooh, look at the wiggle web. Watering things. It would help if I... There we go. Check orders. Come here. Thank you. I'm keeping an eye on time because I need to feed my dog. And check on some rolls I have on the... If there's many people, if you can, you stay. Talking to people is a good way to improve. Of course. Ooh. We love bean juice. Bean juice is good. I don't have any sweetie beaties. Top space. Good. Gimme. Monocle. Bean juice.
I got that right.
That hurting? Wearing that hat. Because I like my hat, damn it. That's why. I don't know much about farming, but I'm sure I could find things to criticize about how you're doing it if you'd ever like. I sense in you a kindred spirit. Please have one of my friendship stickers in a small gift. Yay. Official police hat. Tiny bits of wood. We love tiny bits of wood. Tiny bits of wood are pleasing. Obsidian. It's a rare crafting recipe. Upgrade. I demanded that double write a sustainability report for her product sourcing, and she banned me from the cafe for 2 days. You don't ever insult the cafe owner, because the cafe owner will kick you out of her cafe. Anything over there? Nope, nothing over there. I'm hungry. So much. So hungry. Smell that? I wonder why ooblet treebies look so much more appetizing than person food. Deposit. Depositor. Scan. Do we have anything new? Not yet. Vidian. Does the broader Mimpins organization know you're from Scotland? I informed them of it, but they didn't seem to care. They're quite accepting of differences. Do you have any hands-on experience in reversing catastrophic universal vacuum decay on short notice? I don't think so. Then I really can't talk right now. Like that. Things. I love this game. It seems so silly and so little, and it is, but I love it. Why? I don't know, but it's adorable. So, there's that. Look. Alexa. Anything else? Nope. Let's talk to Ara. Oh hey, did you pick up any plants for me? Yep. You're the best. Yay. Deposit. Deposit all. A nurney. A carrot cake. Carrot cake sounds really delicious. Symbol. There's no point in being alive if you're not gonna live, little. I've gotta give my favorite co-pilot a friendship sticker. Life wouldn't be the same without you. Aw, ain't that nice? Safari hat. Gummies. And I have to go to get my meds. Tomorrow, so I'm going to be getting some gummies myself. Anyway. I'm all about that gummy life. Here. Seed angle. Bait. Cast. Oh look. Stay wet. Or stay soggy. Oh, I got a gummy. Nice. We love a good speedy grow moment. Here she will. going? Hot dog. Wait. I want to get Manatee. I love this game. I'm enjoying it very much. I'm also very hungry, so I think I'm going to stop. It's such a fun game. I like it. It's everything that my brand, my brand is. Very chill, relaxing, also very hungry, and it likes to deal with snacks, and then it just makes me even more hungry. Yeah. So what level are you on in this game? Are you playing this game? I did that already. Yes. Yes. Ooh. I like that wallpaper. It's a nice wallpaper. What do I want? Oh, wait. How much? Ooh, I have 11. Nice. Back, I had to get loose. No problem. I changed gears for a hot minute. Because I was done reading for the day. Because I can only really read for a certain amount of time. Oh, fun. Same idea. It's a game. It's fun. So I figured I would come and hang out in Ooblets for a little bit. Because yeah, I was kind of done. Not kind of. I was totally done reading. I'm like, no. Artichoke seed. Spark flower seeds. Nice. Forget. I don't have things for you yet. I've already played with you. Seen you already. I do not have a quib at this time. Sprocket. More sprockets. Look, I've got those 10 beats. Yes, I do. Deal is deal. When you think about it, you're now also complicit in buying stolen merchandise. Welp. Get your keycaps here. Perfect. Actually, it has espresso cups and potentially other uses. See this one? I drew a face on it. That's what we call value added. 20 cents extra. So you're the one who's selling the stolen keycaps. They sell themselves. With these keycaps on your Ooblets, you can't lose yourself. So you're saying your Ooblets are unbeatable. Are you willing to bet all your keycaps on it? That seems like an unwise business choice, but sure, why not? I didn't get to where I am by making wise choices, shall we? Let's go. So, for a build collab, I made a mad scientist study. Cool. collab with, might I ask? It sounds festive and fun. They don't have any points to steal. Gain 1 point. A bunch of simmers. That's helpful. Anybody that I know. Oh! I know what you're talking about now. Okay, cool. I saw it on Twitter like a couple of hours ago. Like where each person takes a different room in whatever style they're building. They like to build stuff in. I've been playing these kinds of games and like the card part long before games like this even existed. It was called Uno. Gain a beat. Nice. Stun target for 1 turn. Only moves this turn cost 1 beat. Well, they already do anyway. Stun target for 1 turn. And in between Uno, there was also Magic the Gathering, which is, you know, generally how these games kind of work. Well, if it's useless, then what's the point? Gain a beat. Height. Sachet. Point. And turn. The technical. Ooblet is stunned. Okay. Not a problem. And turn. And move your hand. Add 3 fluster to opponent team. Spend 3 points. Let's see. Gain a beat. Add a move to your hand. 5 points. Type. Yay, I win! Yay, Clicky Claws gained a level. Kitty. Card. Beetle has also gained a level. Nice. Stump Stump. Swampert also gained a level. Yes, ma'am. I'm so proud of you. What about you, Wiggle Whip? Even with the smiley face Kit Kat, my unwise business choice has somehow led to the worst possible outcome. I begrudgingly bestow upon you all my Kit Kats. Maybe you'll have more luck with them. Yay. Collect all of the things. I found all of your keycaps. I got all the missing keycaps. My savior, these last 8 months of being locked out have been a real nightmare. Let me pop these babies back on and finally get back inside my house. Sweet home, can I get you an 8-month-old cup of juice or something? No thanks, I just need to reactivate the mesh relay. Oh, is that what the switch is for? Sorry. Cool. Make sure not to turn it off again. And just wondering, but couldn't you have pressed the keypad button to get the keycaps to get in? Oh, I guess I could have done that. Good point. Reconnect the Mamunia Oobnet Tower. Yay! I just pushed him into a wall. And that's okay. I did good. Alright, we're gonna go back to Badge Town really quick. And then I think I'm gonna log off because it's 5:30. I need to feed my dog. I have rolls in the oven. And then I'm gonna go eat something. I don't know what I'm gonna eat, but I'm gonna eat something. I'm hungry as fuck. How'd it go? I got the Oobnet Tower turned on. Fantastic. Let's go see if we have access to the new Oobnet. New task. Scientists on the Badgetown Oobnet Tower. Also, I want that. And I want that. Let's go finish this up. Well, the good news is that we got a new bar. Oh boy! But it doesn't look like we've got enough bars to connect us to the Oobnet yet, so we need to turn on more towers. That's my guess. The next nearest town should be in Nullware, so you should head there next when you're ready. Okay. I don't know if that part is open yet. Maybe it's over here. And we're on a boat or something. Ooh. Gothic mushrooms. Building without using CC is hard. I feel your pain. I generally don't because I upload to the gallery. That's okay. I like CC though. Also, my computer just cannot handle all of this stuff, and I don't have another hard drive to put it on at this point in time. I will in the future, but right now, not yet. Have faith. Need. Thanks, goose snaps. I ran into you. I'm down to my last 8,000 Lollapalooza seeds. I don't have the time to grow more to extract the seeds from. If I gave you a couple seeds, do you think you could grow a few for me? Sure thing. I've got room. I knew I could count on you. This. I'm gonna get 2 more Lollapalooza. Lollapalooza. The thing. The thing that does things. That thing. Alpha root. BT. BT, BT. Nose. There we go. 2 more of those. Just because it's not even. Read the other things though. Hot dogs. What in the heck is a hot dog? You gonna be really good right now? Chocolate. Chocolate would be good right now. M&M's particularly. There you go. Excellent. I'm gonna go in here for a little bit. Alright guys, I am hungry as freak. My dog is too. It's like 5:30. I need to go feed him. I've been here for a while anyway. So, it has been a pleasure. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I will see you guys tomorrow for some form of a game type of a thing. We'll probably be in Sims, most likely. Knowing me. I don't know. It'll be surprised. And if you think you'll be surprised, wait until I figure out what we're going to play. Anyway, thank you guys so much. You've been amazing. I love y'all. Be well, happy, and peaceful. And I'll see you tomorrow.